Philly sports, love and pain. I'm Dave. That's Kenny,
Yo!
and it is week 15 in the NFL. We had a glorious week off, and as Kenny says, there is no week off. There are no weeks off as a fan.
Never.
That's what Kenny tells me anyway. Um, I took the week off. I mean, I was very relaxed, very chill. I did some gambling and I got lots of dubs. And I think you had a pretty good weekend gambling too.
until I played those fucking Cardinals.
Yeah,
But
so
I was like,
I
I
was
was
on the
eight.
same side with there. Yeah.
I was 8-0, so I can't beat that. And three and 0 here. So
3-0 here. We have to give credit where credit is due. And listen, I gave Kenny a ration of shit last week because I told people to fade him because he loses a lot on here, and he told me to fuck myself, and he went 3-0. So
it
kudos to
all
Kenny.
started with Villanova in the middle of the podcast.
In the middle of the podcast, Villanova -8. I think they won by like 15 too.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice little win in the old diaper, as you like to say.
So
Shit.
what did you just do?
My bride to be Tierra fell.
Uh oh. So yeah, we had a week off. It was nice to just kind of gamble and watch football and enjoy things. So I was good with that.
Are the
But
Cowboys bad?
dude, I think I feel like Dak's not healthy,
No, I agree with that actually.
right?
100%.
And I think that's got to be it because
Well, and
I
Elliott's
can't.
not healthy either.
Well, no, see there I disagree. I think Elliott's washed.
Oh,
I do. Like you when you watch the game, right? Okay. So I guess we could take this from two fucking angles. We can talk about it from the angle of okay, maybe he's injured. Or maybe he's not injured and he's a little washed up because when he gets the ball, he does not have a burst. He doesn't have the same burst he used to have. When he takes the ball toward the line, he just doesn't look like when Tony Pollard looks like a stud
also
compared
injured.
yeah, compared to that's a problem, right?
They literally said on the broadcast, and gotta
Was
believe
it
them, I
was it
guess.
Lofton?
Touche. They did say that he was having knee injuries, and no, it was our boy Greg Olson and was it Burkhardt or whatever. I like those two.
Yeah,
They
I do too.
they said that he has like a nagging knee injury, which I mean I don't know, man. He looked really good at the beginning of the season. It's not like it just falls off the cliff. You know what I mean? He
You
got
talking
hurt.
about Pollard or Zeke?
No. Fuck Pollard. I'm talking about Zeke. I don't think he's washed. I think he's honestly really hurt. And then they were like, well, some players in the league, you just let them play. They're hurt. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter what they do. If they're hurt, you just let them play.
Okay, but like when that came back, right, that first week, he just looked like complete shit.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Like I hate that. I don't like it. I don't like when they let guys play injured. And honestly, you're kind of like giving me a segue without even giving me a segue,
You're
because because
welcome.
because guys, no holds barred. We have like no show notes. We're just fucking rolling this podcast because we trust each other, right, Kenny?
Yes.
But no, you just gave me kind of a segue. Listen, I just did listen. uh, if Hertz is not 100%, and they're carting him out there acting like he's 100%, I'm gonna be fucking pissed off
Yeah, but
because this game is not losable. You can't lose a game
you can't lose another game.
if you want to make the playoffs. You can't lose this game.
But I mean, like you have there's that whole argument of like, it's just like it's like a delicate thing. Like week after week, even after a bye, I'm like, well, do we want them to make the playoffs? Do they make the playoff? Like, I'm fine with either result, but I mean, he was pretty close to playing last week or 2 weeks ago against the Jets. So I gotta believe coming out of the bye into this week, I don't think you're gonna see anything like injury wise. He might be rusty. I mean, he's rusty all year.
Right. Right. Rusty. Is he rusty or is he just not good?
Dude, it's the weirdest thing to me to like look at Hurts and be like, who is he? What is he? And I feel like if he was on the Saints and they were using him like the Hill role, like it would be like a great fucking pick, and he would sign a 4-year, $40 million contract for no reason other than his legs. But he's not, and they're putting him in the spotlight. I mean, I'm all over the place tonight, but he's your quarterback, and I think he's got to be your quarterback for 10 more weeks next year too, to really see what happens.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit last week, and obviously I'm not going to sit here and rehash literally everything we did last week, but it's basically the hottest topic in Philly right now, aside from the fact that the Sixers completely are not a team right now, and the Flyers have no idea what direction is up or down. The hottest topic in Philadelphia right now is the quarterback. It's just
Yeah,
the
well,
way
I
it
mean,
is.
you got the fucking clown show that's dressing up as Minshew, right? And then literally like 2 days later, he's like, "No, I'm all in on Hurts. I'm all in on Hurts." It's like, are you? Like what? I
You're
don't know. I have
referencing
that fat pig.
which which one?
Katalis, the Wing Bowl creator.
I know who you're talking about. That he shall not be named.
Yeah, he's a jerk off, man. He's a jo.
You can't say the word and then say jo.
I can. I called him a jo. He's a fucking jerk off. He's a putz. He's a fucking piece of shit.
But yeah, I mean, like, I just, God damn it. I know you can't start Minshew, and I don't want to start Minshew. I don't want
You
to.
can't. You
No,
cannot.
no, you can't. But so let's run it down, right? It's I'm going to be at the game on Sunday, by the way, and I promise I'm solemnly swearing and promising right now that I will not be amongst the few, the proud, the Minshew mania crowd on Sunday. I will not boo Hurts. If he looks like he lost his lunch, and forgot his brown bag at home, and it's like 17-0. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. All right. I've committed to Hurts, but right, if it's 21-3 at halftime, WFT is up 21-3. What are you doing?
So this is what I was gonna say to that, right? If this game and Hurts' performance is gonna, or let me rephrase that, Hurts' lack of performance, if that's what we want to call it,
Okay.
going into like halftime or second quarter, it's all on Nick. Nick's got to make a decision. It's gonna be a tough one. But if he's start, if they're struggling, they're down a good amount. I think you got to do the jolt, man. I think you got to go to because listen, listen, listen.
I'm fucking
Okay?
listening, man.
You got to listen.
I'm
to me.
listening so hard.
Listen. There's no fucking path besides winning out. That's it. You have to win out. So you have to do whatever you can to like save the season, which means benching Hurts. That's it. And now that's if he plays poorly. If he plays a decent game, it's whatever. At this point, it doesn't matter. But if he's playing poorly, I expect them to bench him.
So you're saying, okay, so you're saying that you think they will make the change if he looks like shit and they're down by, let's say, more than 2 touchdowns at halftime.
Yes. And again, you got to define what looks like shit is, right? Because he's got
a 17 QBR with 50 yards rushing and a touchdown, but they're losing 21-7.
You bench him. Because also, I mean, they kind of adjust at halftime from time to time, but there are some games where they just come out and they don't do an adjustment at all. Like, I mean, like there's a slight adjustment, but you know what I mean? Like that big push to change the game plan around. So
Yeah. I think if you're losing by 2 touchdowns at halftime, he's got to see Pine. And not only that, but even if Minshew came in and wins that game, I think that he still needs to start the next week.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So this is Hurts' team. I mean, and I'm not trying to take it away from him. There are a lot of people in this city that are. There are a lot of people that are done with this experiment. That they don't trust him. They don't think it's.
Which
They don't think
which
it's
is
ever.
which is ludicrous though.
Is it?
It is. It's a first year coach,
Mm-hmm.
a barely a second year quarterback. He's got Rager who can't catch the fucking ball. He's got Smith who's going through growing pains. He's got one tight end that's fucking the only one that's producing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Miles Sanders ranks fourth among NFL running backs in rushing average at 5.16. So he's got the running back, but is he healthy?
I heard Howard's back.
Listen,
I'm not even trying to bait you. I'm being honest. Like I think he's back this week. So
and he
know.
should be.
yeah, I think that helps. Or something. I guess.
Definitely. But there's just too many. Like people are fucking crazy, and you know what? And this all points to fucking Jeff. It all points to Jeff because or Howie. I don't care either two. But if they would just go, hey, we're sort of rebuilding, but we're trying to avoid a rebuild of like a decade.
Right,
Right?
but when did they say that? When did they say that? Like they can't
When?
come out. They can't come out after week 12 and say, "All right, guys, listen, it's a rebuild. Okay, it's kind of like a partial rebuild." They can't do that like in the middle of the season. So like they decided not to do that in the beginning of the season before.
Yeah,
the
but I'm
season
saying
started.
they should have. Right?
Okay. You're saying they should have done it before the season started.
Yeah, because then you wouldn't have all these fucking people being like, "Bro, what the fuck hurts?" All this other
Okay,
shit that's
but
going on.
aren't there some things that you just don't need to say?
No, oh yeah, but not in Philadelphia. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, half of our fan base is fucking stupid.
Do you think they're stupid, or do you think it's just because they listen to the radio?
Okay, so they're stupid for listening to the radio. Name me one on-air personality that's like,
No, listen,
I guess maybe Ike Reese.
No, there's a couple guys I like on there that tell an opinion, stick to it, and go. Right, that's
Yeah, but
cool. I like that. I'm okay with that.
Okay, but the other ones that were constantly slamming are the loud voice of Philadelphia.
They're the ones that the majority of the people hear and listen to, and knee jerk react with. And honestly, if you're not from Philadelphia, you got to think that Philadelphia is a bunch of fucking assholes.
Yeah.
If you were out of town and you listen to Philly Sports Talk Radio,
Oh my god. I
and
wouldn't
even
do
for
it.
like 30 minutes, and you listen to, you turned it on at like 7:30 in the morning, and you put on 94, and you're listening, and you hear like 4 callers, you're gonna leave that 30 minutes dumber than you started.
Oh, 100%.
Because it's a circus, and I know it's a circus on purpose, but like the problem is they make it look like it's not a circus and it's not on purpose. They make it act like that's their opinion, but in reality they're really just trying to fan the flames and get conversation, because God forbid if they talk about the reality of situations rather than trying to stir up the pot all the time.
So, and maybe this is just me, and like I'm loyal, like to like 100%, right? And I think of who's the dweeb with the glasses? I always forget his last name. Joe G.
Yeah, Giglio.
Yeah, Giglio. Is that how you say that piece of shit's
Or
name?
Giglio. I don't know how he says it. I honestly
All right.
don't know.
Well, that piece of shit. He's from New York, New Jersey, whatever. He
Yeah.
grew up as a Giants fan, right?
Yep.
How can he come down to Philadelphia market and then just magically become an Eagles fan? I could never do that. Like, if the Cowboys, not the Cowboys, but you know what I mean? If like a Dallas radio
hold on,
station.
hold on a second. I don't. Has he ever said that he's an Eagles fan, or did he just put out a lot of opinions about the team?
Fair.
Yeah, I don't know if he's ever actually said. See, this is the whole thing. Like when you're in Philly, I don't know if there's any other city in the country that has 2 FM sports talk radio channels.
I mean, there's got to be like the major
maybe
players,
like
right?
L.A. I don't know.
Yeah, New York definitely does, right?
I don't know. I really don't know. But to have two FM sports talk radio channels in Philly, it obviously is a huge sports town. Everyone knows that. That's why we care to do this podcast for even if no one listens, because sports is a fucking like piece of our fabric in this area, right?
I wish it
So
wasn't.
sometimes I agree.
I think I'd be a lot happier.
I guess my point is, you know, I wish that it was just more realistic and more real than it's like
You know
shock
how you
jock
get
shit.
that?
It's shock jock shit all the time. And I like you can put on some other channel if you want to listen to shock jock shit. If you want to talk about sports and listen to people talk about sports with a brain, every once in a while they have an expert call in and they actually have good conversation, and then they go back to the phones and it's like a bunch of fucking idiots are calling. I don't get it.
This is Charlie from Delco. I was at the game last week. I can't believe what I saw.
Did you see Minshew high-fiving his dad? Man, he is the fucking blood of the city. Like, how do you fucking bench that guy? Come on, bro.
Anything from Delco is trash.
It doesn't even have to be from Deco. It fucking doesn't matter. But here's the thing. The Eagles have an opportunity. And
a big one.
A huge opportunity that the majority of us, me definitely included, did not think that they would have at the beginning of this season. They legit have a chance to make the playoffs. And it starts this weekend. We have 4 games left.
It started against the Giants, but go on.
Well, they
got lucky that the Raiders beat. Well, it doesn't matter because
it doesn't matter. You can slice it and dice it any way you want. I mean, they shouldn't have lost the San Francisco game. How far back do you want to go?
No, I know. I was gonna say what I was gonna say was like they got lucky that the Raiders beat the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Like that helped, but it really didn't because they're not gonna win the division. They're just gonna get in.
Now I think there's like a single digit percentage chance that they win the division. I think that basically they have to win out and the Cowboys have to lose out. I think that that's it.
Okay, yeah. So there's zero shot of that happening.
Right, yeah. The Cowboys aren't going to lose out.
If they would have lost to the Raiders and the Eagles would have capitalized, now we're talking about a little bit of a different situation. We got some double-digit percentages.
Exactly. And, to lose that game against the Giants, that's a bad loss. But did we expect this team to win 4 games in a row ever at all in a season? God, no.
True, but imagine if the Jets game was before the Giants game and Minshew played like – I bet you they would have pulled the plug on Hurts at halftime. I guarantee you they would have.
That's interesting to think about.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's not far off at all. And the reality of it is, and it's like woulda, coulda, shoulda. It doesn't really.
Yeah, because they just let him die in that game. Like they just let him suffer.
I don't think he's gonna make that mistake again. I mean, I hope I'm right. You know what I mean? I could be wrong, but I don't see it. And I've seen enough from, Sirianni to be like, okay, well, at least he's like, a pulse on the nation kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he's not completely the stupidest person in the room.
I don't think he's stupid at all. I think he's really, a football guy. The problem is he's a goober, So like goobers are like hard to read because he's not like the brainiac dude that comes in the room and like commands it and like says exactly everything he wants to say and every sentence is, perfectly, punctuated and everything. He's out there telling flower stories and telling stories about how his brother is a great fucking high school coach and he ran 4 different offenses back to back to back to back and he kept winning state titles and blah blah blah. He's a fucking goober. He's a goober, but he loves football, and I think he's got a little something going. I really do. I like Nick so far.
I think a lot of that in the beginning too was like, listen, I'm not a fan of the pandering, man. It just that like putting the injured people on his visor and like that corny shit. Like it's like, shut the fuck up. We know they're hurt.
The graveyard.
We obviously miss them, So like, we don't need the stickers, man. Get the fucking stickers off your visor.
So I hope that it doesn't happen, and I hope that Hurts comes out and plays ball. I really do, and I hope The other thing too is I hope that they get Devontae Smith involved in the game plan. Like I'm sick of watching him not get balls. I really am. I can't stand it, to be honest.
What what are you doing different? You got listen. You have to take the.
You got to
you
throw the
almost-
ball to him.
I hear you. You almost have to take the Jets game out of it, right? Because I was about to be like, well, Goddard got the ball, but you can't. Like the Jets game doesn't fucking matter for like 3 reasons. It's the Jets. Minshew started, and it's the fucking Jets.
Okay. Smith only had 4 targets against the Giants.
Yeah. I hear you.
He had 6 targets against New Orleans.
When's the last time he had like I don't know 55 yards plus?
New Orleans. He had
Okay, so
61.
We're not fucking far off.
Is that the marker though for our marquee first round draft pick who's our wide receiver 1? Our marquee
sound like-
our grading point is 50 yards?
Well, what you want, Micah fucking Parsons?
No, but can we get a guy that like fucking average 75 yards a game?
It's dude. The last time that happened was in fucking 04. Broken ass leg.
Listen,
TO.
average 75 yards is a little bit pushing it. I understand, but I think you understand what I'm saying. I just feel like they don't get him involved enough. Either that or he's injured too, and we just don't know it. I did notice that he was like limping a little bit in that last game, so I don't know if he's injured. I don't really know. No one knows, but
I'll tell you what I do know.
uh-huh.
The Redskins do not look as good as I thought they looked. On like, they rolled that 4-game winning streak there.
Yeah.
Beating Tampa Bay is more of an anomaly. Like, I don't think that was, you know what I mean? That was just a bad game from Tom, really, honestly.
Dude, I don't know if I can show you this like on the camera because it probably won't be able to see it. But like usually this app I use when I'm looking at like injuries, like can you see this at all?
Yeah.
Like you can kind of see like all the injuries. You probably can't read it, but you can see that there's like
Brandon Brooks, Brandon Graham.
Yeah, there's like 10 guys listed on the injury report for the Eagles. This is the Redskins.
Holy shit! No way.
Like you have to fucking scroll to see.
Hey, look,
it all.
Ryan Kerrigan's on that list.
But he might as well be. Like, dude, no shit. Like, I can't even like begin to tell you how many guys they have on the IL. It's incredible.
And what's his face is done for the year, Logan Thomas. And what's his
Mhm.
face got COVID? The defensive end, Allen.
Yep. So Jonathan Allen's on the COVID list. David Mayo is on the COVID list. McLaurin's questionable with a concussion. Heineke is questionable with a knee injury.
He'll play.
He'll probably play, but he'll be injured. He's not going to be a full 100%.
I'll
So
tell you what, we want
he
to
should
see
be.
him.
That should be fish in a barrel for our
Stop it.
for our
It's not
D line.
going to be.
It's got to be. It has to be.
I know it has to be. I know what the recipe for success is.
Has to happen. You're
How many
playing a
sacks do you
team.
want?
You're playing a team that's this decimated.
How many sacks do you want?
Listen, you're playing a team that's this decimated at home, 5-point favorites, playoff berth on the line, essentially. You have to murder this team.
Daddy Fry, how many sacks do you want?
3.
Okay, that's my number.
Yeah.
You get.
And if
you
I
get-
had to set a line, I would set the line at 3.5.
yeah, that would be nice. I'd take the under.
Even with a broke ass Heineke playing quarterback.
I mean, he just makes some dumbass decisions, but that's what I'm worried about. Like, cause the backups. I mean, he's not great, but that would be so Philadelphia to like lose to a backup quarterback.
Oh my god, I would be kind of fearing for my life at that stadium if they lose this game. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
I know. So yeah, I mean that there's not much else to talk about with the Birds. It's what?
You know what will help them? The Eagles are the first NFL team to post 175 plus rushing yards in 6 straight games. So that's gonna help. Do it again.
It's a pretty fucking awesome stat, to be
That
honest,
is,
man.
it really is, man. The Chicago Bears did it in '85. We know what happened to that team. No, I'm not saying that.
Oh, are you alluding to Super Bowl again?
Or am I?
The weather looks like shit, so I hope that this weather
Cold?
report is
Rain?
wrong. No, 47 and rain.
Ugh.
That sounds fucking terrible.
I've been in my mind retooling seasons, and I've decided that I hate every month. But if you gave me 1 month, like 1 month that I could live, right, and where we live in this shitty fucking poverty Lansdale, I would pick this is
I mean,
October is
listen,
the
it's no Iowa, okay? It's no Iowa, so.
I actually met a truck driver that was in Iowa, and I didn't probe him at all. He literally was like, "Iowa's the worst fucking state to drive through." And I was like, "Yeah, thanks, man. We'll get you on the podcast."
Confirmed.
October is the best month, hands down.
October.
You
October.
get you get a- you get a lot of warm days. You get a few cold nights.
I
It's
love
like you can
October. I do.
bonfire. You can wear
Yeah.
flannel without looking like a doofus. A little Halloween. Fucking October.
I definitely have been known to overdo the flannel, but I don't really give a fuck. So
Yeah, you're a fucking you're a flannel marcher, bro.
I don't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I'll rock that shit. I don't care. I really don't.
You're pushing a flannel in March.
So Eagles -5 at home at the Link against the Washington football team.
That's my lock of the week.
Oh my God, you went lock.
I did because listen, and
Oh my God.
here's the thing: if they want to make the playoffs, they got to win it. It's my lock of the week.
Woo! Lock of the week. Birds -5. Wow.
I'm taking it.
Wow.
There's just they're gonna learn from the Giants game. They have momentum off the Jets game. The bye's not gonna ruin that momentum. They're gonna go in. Washington's completely banged the fuck up. Now I'm more worried about Washington on January 2nd. You know what I mean? Because some people are gonna be back. They're gonna be healthier.
Right.
I'm more worried about that game. But December 19th, Washington in Philly. There's no reason they lose that game. They cover.
All right. Well, there you heard it, folks. Kenny's giving you a cock lock on the Birds.
So
I don't.
fade appropriately.
Yeah. You did go 3-0 last week, so you never know. You never know.
I'm gonna say that 3 more times. 3-0, 3-0, 3-0.
A blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a
How
while.
fucking dare you? Okay.
You know, I would have been 3-0 if it wasn't for the Cleveland Browns, who
Stop betting the Browns.
absolutely pulled like a fucking Georgia Kentucky scenario out of their assholes. They're up 24-6 at halftime. 24-6. The line was -2.5. They gave up 16 points in the second half. They were outscored 16-0 in the second half. And
The,
for those of you playing at home, that math adds up to 24-22, and they win by 2, and I lose by a half.
This might be
Fucking brutal.
honestly, this might be the best season NFL football has ever put out in the last. I mean, I don't, I'm like 31, so like ever is probably a stretch, right? But within reason, reason will prevail. Dude, it's been there's like a lot of regression. There's a lot of teams that are like just like
Yeah.
pretty average, that can make the playoffs. I mean,
Yeah. I think one of the things that the NFL hangs its hat on every year is the parity thing, and literally any team can win on any weekend against anybody, and it's almost true. It's not quite true.
other than the AFC East for however long Brady was there, I mean, every
Right.
other division was constantly flip flopping.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
So before we move off of the NFL, Kenny, you obviously already gave me your cock lock of the weekend on the Birds, but if we were gonna pick, we got 4 weeks left in the NFL season, and we're gonna be going into the playoffs here soon, ish. What does it start, like second or third week of January? It's later now because of the extra game, but whatever.
It's
So-
the Super Bowl is February 13th this year.
Okay, so you go. So we got 4 games left of the regular season right now. If you had to pick one team from the AFC and one team from the NFC to match up in the Super Bowl, where are you going?
Give me the Eagles over the Colts. Eagles win Super Bowl
Stop it.
and
Stop.
shit in Carson Wentz's mouth.
Stop.
Okay. The real answer is Tampa Bay versus Kansas City. Tampa Bay wins Super Bowl back to back.
Tampa Bay versus Kansas City.
That's my pick. Kansas City's back, although that's a let me put a little asterisk on that. Their defense is back, no doubt in my
That's
mind
true.
about that.
100%. 100%.
Mahomes looks a little shaky, but that's an all pro man. He'll figure it out if there's an actual issue, you know.
I got to give the Kansas City Chiefs defense props because I talked so much mad shit on them in the beginning of the year. They were a hard fade. Now, obviously, they were a hard fade,
Yeah,
and it
they,
was
they
probably
weren't good.
for 5 or 6 weeks strong. They were just horrendous. But yeah, the last 6 games, the Kansas City's on a 6-game winning streak. The most points they've given up is 17 points, and that was against the fucking Giants, incredibly. And they're rolling right now. They're rolling.
Before that game, because that was last week, right?
The what?
The Giants Kansas City game.
No, that was they played the Raiders last week. They murdered it.
Yeah,
They crushed
they've
them.
given up. I think the average though was like 11 points over the last 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, I think that's right because it was 9, 9, 9, 14, 7, and 17. So.
Hey, simple math, buddy. Hey.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you, Kansas City. I actually think they lose this weekend to the Chargers, to be honest.
It does.
But that doesn't
The
really matter.
Chargers aren't coming out of the West though.
No, absolutely not. But they're gonna tie. They're gonna tie the division, and they're gonna make a little stink about it. I think
Yeah, no, I could see that.
this weekend. So my pick for the Super Bowl, as of today, would be the Patriots versus Green Bay.
Ugh.
And I understand totally why anyone would cringe, and I understand totally why people are like fucking think I'm an idiot. But listen, the New England Patriots are real, and it doesn't matter that they have a rookie quarterback. They're not making any excuses. They never do. They're on a 7-game winning streak, which is one better than the Chiefs. They have the best defense in the league, has only given up 200 points against in the entire season. That's the best by
Who's the D coordinator there? Do you know?
I think that's the best by by 50 points or something, which is a lot. So people are sleeping on the New England Patriots, and I think it's just because they want to hate Bill Belichick, and they don't trust that they have a rookie quarterback, and it doesn't fucking matter. They're good and they're real. You asked who their defensive coordinator was. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
It is.
Is it Matt Patricia?
I can't find it real quick. I definitely don't have that. I definitely don't have that memorized.
Well, I would.
Yeah. Do they not have one? It looks like they. It looks like they might not have one because it doesn't say one. They got defensive line, linebackers. No, they don't. I don't see one. So I guess Belichick might be doing it. I don't know. That's a good question.
Matt Patricia is on the staff.
He is, huh? What's he doing?
He's not the defensive coordinator.
Oh, senior football advisor.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that means.
Does that just mean like getting a paycheck?
We all get one of them. Donnie Choice. No, I hear you. I only cringe, and I just because I'm so fucking sick of New England.
Dude, I get the cringe totally. I really do.
But has there ever been a quarterback to win a Super Bowl and then just completely abandon the team the next year?
Well, did he abandon the team or?
Oh, he easily will. Aaron Rodgers.
Oh well, I mean, they're not really. Why? Well, I mean, well, okay. So let's run that out, right? I think that the Packers have a legit chance. They have Aaron Rodgers. He's firing on all cylinders, and they have a running game, a legit running game with Aaron Jones and Dylan, and it's like it's it's fucking funny. They have a legit running game too, so they have a nice little 1-2 punch there, and
Devontae Adams.
Stud.
They're a good fucking team, and I actually I was looking at that too. Like that would have been my secondary pick. I'm just saying if they win the Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers it doesn't come back because they won a Super Bowl. He doesn't care. He's got 2. You know what I mean?
You think he bounces if they win?
I know he bounces. I'm confident he bounces.
Why
I
though?
just, I mean, he's like worn out his welcome in Green Bay, man. They're sick of him. He's sick of being there. Then this vaccine fake bullshit that he did. They're
Yeah.
just done to turn the page. Now they'll take the Super Bowl. Anyone would, right?
It seems like he's got something like with LaFleur. I don't know what it is. Like I don't know.
You think they
Obviously.
make out in the locker room?
Oh, I didn't really mean like that, but hey, you never know. Hey, wink, wink. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really care. But Patriots, Patriots, Green Bay, and I actually do have. I have futures on them. I have futures on everyone that was named in those Super Bowl matchups actually. So
Not the
if
Bills.
oof, I
Yeah,
didn't.
they're
Do you think they're dead?
no, they're fucking close in every game. They're just not getting the ball at the end. You know what I mean? The bounce is right.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so there you go. We can leave the NFL alone. So I'm going Patriots, Green Bay as of today, and then Kenny likes the Chiefs and Tampa Bay with the Tampa Bay repeat. I guess I didn't choose a winner. I'm thinking if it's Patriots Packers, I'm taking the Packers.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. And you know what? The biggest thing for Tampa Bay, and they're going to get home field. That's where they're going to win the Super Bowl. If they can get home field, you know what I mean, throughout the playoffs, that they're just going to be, they're just going to
So
feast.
you think they have home field locked up?
Yeah, I do. I really do. I think when everything, all the dust settles and all that bullshit. Like, dude, listen. Caputo said I was gonna come on here, and he's totally right. He was like, "I'm gonna slander the Cardinals. I didn't watch a second of the game. I'm still gonna slander the Cardinals. They're fucking frauds. They're frauds."
I watched that whole game last night, and I'm telling you right now, I don't like them. I don't like Kyler Murray. I don't like his style, and it's very similar to the one that we have happening in our fucking city. But it is what it is. I don't like it. I don't like the chicken with the head cut off, run around, try to throw a pass. I don't like it.
It's the Buccaneers. It's the Buccaneers.
Well, here's the thing. In the NFC, you have the 10-3. Also, Arizona have some injuries on the defense that they need to be concerned about. Arizona's 10-3. Tampa Bay is 10-3. Green Bay is 10-3. Dallas is 9-4. So, and the Rams are sitting there at 9-4. So, I don't know. I don't know if Tampa Bay has it like on lock, but
The Cardinals have Lions, Colts, Cowboys, Seahawks. So that Cowboys game's gonna matter.
well, and Tampa Bay has New Orleans, Carolina twice, and the Jets. So
Yeah.
that's like an easy schedule.
Oh, very easy.
But they've already won 4 in a row. You really think they rip off 8 in a row to get into
Yeah, I could.
to go
I
into
can.
the playoffs?
I can get you with that.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting, honestly. These last 4 weeks, like you said, man, the NFL is much watched fucking TV. It really is.
The
And they're fucking
Packers have Ravens, Browns, Vikings, Lions. So yeah, I don't know. I like the Buccaneers on just a schedule basis, but I really do think if they have home field locked out throughout the playoffs, I don't know who's stopping them in Tampa Bay. Remember last year they didn't have fans,
I know.
so you saw what happened in that Buffalo game, man. That game was awesome.
Big factor for sure.
Yeah. 100%. All right, bury the fucking NFL.
Bury it. So, listen, we're going to move over to college football.
Ooh.
And we're not going to do too much here because I was like, hey, maybe we should pick all the bowl games. And then I was like, you know what? No, because we hate, in protest, we are not going to pick all the bowl games because we don't think that they should all exist.
They shouldn't.
So, I'm going to run down some of the games that are going to happen like within the next like week.
I have a better idea.
Okay.
Let's look at all the bowl games and make fun of every stupid motherfucking one that they're wasting money on. Like the Bahama Bowl, Middle Tennessee, Toledo. Are you fucking kidding me? That bowl game's only cool because it's in the Bahamas.
Well, fuck it. I mean, that's pretty cool, right?
Oh, I'm real excited for the Lending Tree Bowl, Eastern Michigan versus Liberty. I'm so fucking enthralled with that one.
I mean, listen, that could be our future quarterback playing in that game.
Oh, stop it.
I'm serious.
Who?
The fucking dude that plays quarterback for Liberty.
Oh my God, they're not. If they take a dude out of Liberty over any Alabama player, I'm
I'm
fucking
blanking.
protesting.
I'm blanking on his name right now, but he's
Bama,
the
Bama, Bama, Bama.
Malik Willis.
Malik these nuts. They're not fucking taking them. Dude, I don't care. And how weird would the Hawaii Bowl be if Hawaii just wasn't in it every year? Do they just give Hawaii the bowl? They're just like, hey,
No, if Hawaii wins 6 games, they're like, all right, thank God. Now we don't have to pay for 2 teams to go to
the
Hawaii.
bowl
We only have to
season's
pay for one.
very easy when Hawaii wins 6 games. I don't know, man. I hate it because they took away from it by doing the playoff, which is fine. We needed a playoff, but they got to expand the playoff. You know what I mean? And then this other shit matters, I guess, in a way. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. If we're not going to pick every game, we don't need to really waste time talking about this. But
Are you excited for the Verbo Citrus Bowl?
I, when's
That's
the
Iowa versus Kentucky. I'm fucking pumped.
Oh yeah, I already loaded on Kentucky.
Bro, there's so many bowls that don't even have a name. They're on
No,
the
it just says
website.
bowl.
Bowls.
I know.
I mean,
I
that
know.
Old Dominion versus Tulsa. It's a joke.
It really is a joke, and I hope the NCAA does something about it because I love college football and I love the bowl season. I really do. But when if anybody listening to this fucking podcast goes and watches the Cure Bowl on Friday night, Northern Illinois versus Coastal Carolina, at 6 o'clock. Okay, you turn
6
that turn that game on,
That's
and
prime
then
dinner time.
and then you can count on your two hands how many people are in that in the fucking stands.
Yeah,
Because no one gives a flying fuck about the Cure Bowl in I don't even know where the fuck it is. It doesn't matter where it is.
You know,
Nobody
if you-
cares unless you're a Coastal fan or a Northern fan. That's it. Nobody else fucking cares.
I love this. 6 hours ago, for NIU, nothing would be finer than to beat Coastal Carolina in the Cure Bowl. What the fuck does that even mean? No, it doesn't matter.
That's ironically that's one of my picks this weekend.
The game's in Orlando. Listen,
Ooh,
the only people that are really like watching these are
Gamblers.
Literally, yes, gamblers and like the few alumni.
that's what I'm saying. That's my point. So my whole point to this rant is
Hey,
that-
Chrissy, we got to get home because Coastal Carolina is playing Northern Illinois on Friday, and we got to.
I can't miss Coastal. If my whole
Fucking
point to this is that they need to do away with it and they need to expand the playoffs and they need to make these bowl games mean something other than a moral victory for these teams that win 6 games in the college football. Come the fuck on.
Dude, like the trophies inside the conferences are better than the bowl games. You know what I'm talking about? Like
100%.
fucking the Paul Bunyan axe. I don't even know who plays for that, but I know that's a trophy.
100%.
So like this shit, they can't even name all these bowls. It's fucking stupid. I hate it.
It's a travesty. It's a travesty.
It really
but
is. I mean, and don't get me wrong, there are some good games like the Alamo
no,
Bowl.
there are, but not until like you get to, later in December.
Wow. And my other favorite thing that they do, and they're like, okay, so we're in the playoffs and we got 4 teams. Let's just rotate the name of the bowl so it just maybe matters. So like Georgia, Michigan is at the Orange Bowl, and
Yeah.
Cincinnati, Alabama is the Cotton Bowl, and then next year it will be like the fucking Fiesta Bowl and the
Fiesta
Peach Bowl.
Yeah, I know.
It's fucking stupid. Stop it. It's a playoff game. That's it. Playoff game 1, playoff game 2.
So yeah, there's really a couple good games that are coming up late in a couple weeks. Nothing really before Christmas is catching my eye though, to be honest. So it's gonna be a pretty bleak bowl season in the
Oh,
beginning.
The
I'll be
Quick Lane
betting on
Bowl.
them. I'll probably fucking bet every single one of them.
That's fine. I get the point of that. But you're right. There ain't shit before. There's 2 ranked
Houston
teams.
Auburn should be a good game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Can't wait. Bo Nix isn't there anymore.
I know.
Did he declare?
It doesn't matter. He can still play if he wants.
No, I know that. I know he went in the transfer portal. I meant like, did he pick a team?
I didn't see anything.
Because your boy Spencer Rattler is going to change South Carolina.
I know, man. I can't believe it. Nah.
The only thing I will say about the Outback Bowl, which is Penn State, if they win that bowl game, they'll be ranked next year. So it kind of matters a little bit, just like a 2% chance there.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't fucking matter. I'm just trying at this
Yeah,
point.
you're really stretching. So, real quick, let's just pick. Nah, we could do that next week. Fuck it, we don't need to do it this week. I was gonna say we could pick the winners of the playoff games, but we don't have to do that. Let's wait until we have fucking McCann on the pod, and he can get involved next week.
Fucking piece of shit.
Fucking Michigan fan. The fuck, Dave Portnoy, motherfucker. So we move on to the Skaters.
They're back, baby.
And they're fucking back. The Flyers are back. The boys are back in town.
Claude Giroux just scored for a case of Tasty Cakes.
A case of Tasty Cakes.
That
Listen,
promo's been dead.
Yo, the Flyers are on a winning streak.
First time in almost a calendar year, just so everyone's aware. Listen,
is that a real stat, or are you just pulling that out of your ass?
No, it's a real stat. It's like 321 games.
Okay.
So I mean, obviously an aggressive roundup there, but I mean,
and it started with Vegas. That's a legit win.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, they're not. Dude, listen, they're not fucking back by any means. They'll scrape into the playoffs if they get in, and they'll get fucking swept in the first round.
Devil's advocate. They rip off 3 more. Are they
Easily.
back?
They have a chance. They're not back.
Are they back if they rip off 3 more?
No, because look at the division. They're the toughest division in the NHL.
That's a good point, and they can't afford losing streaks like this, and it happened. So too late.
I mean, I hate that when I do that. I mean, fuck me. The Pens have 35 points.
I mean, listen.
It's no. They could win 10 games in a row to countersuit their 10-game losing streak. If you lose 10 games in a fucking row, you don't deserve nothing. You deserve booze and bags. And then they're like, oh, we don't like when the fans wear the fucking brown bags. Guess what? Play better than people won't wear fucking brown bags, you idiot.
Hey, they put the bags on their heads, and all of a sudden they won 3 games in a row. That's all I'm saying.
Rip them off.
That's all I'm saying. Now, it's a little fucked up if you wear a bag to the game after they won 3 in a row. I think.
Yeah, no, the bags are dead now. 10 games, yeah, you wear a fucking bag.
Well, they got Montreal next. Montreal is a shit pile. They are 6-21 on the season.
Listen,
got to win that one.
They can easily rattle off 3 more. There's no doubt in my mind. They have the Senators, they have the Canadians, and who's the other team they have?
The Rangers are in there somewhere.
No, they play 3.
I'm sorry, the Caps.
No, they play the Caps on the back end of that.
They have Montreal, Ottawa, Caps.
Oh, really? I thought they had another one.
Nope.
All right, so they can win 2 easily.
Well, that Capitals game is next week when we're going to be recording, so we maybe can talk about it when it's happening. But yeah, they had a nice win tonight, 6-1. It was probably their most impressive win of the season.
Yeah, but
honestly.
even their defense was still so fucking shaky. If they didn't have Rasmus, I'm not sure where they really fucking would be, because he's been, I mean, dare I say, elite tier. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
He's been playing really well, but their defense is still very shaky. Their power play looks like dog shit. The goalies are up and down. I was listening to the broadcast, and this concerns me if I'm from Canada. They're like, these 2 goaltenders could potentially make the roster for the Canadian team. And I'm like, who? You know what I mean? Like, they don't have anyone else? And then they rattled off the people that like are in contention for it, and they really don't have anyone else. It's like Marc-Andre Fleury, another like old veteran, and then those 2.
Well, I don't think that our goalies are bad.
I don't think they're playing to their fucking skill set.
I'm not saying that they're lights out. I'm just saying that I don't think that they lost 10 games in a row because the goalies are bad.
No, they lost 10 games in a row because their defense sucks and their fucking power play blows dicks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's all you need. And then there's like the cold goal scorers. Konechny hasn't scored. He's got 99 goals. He's been on 99 for 11 straight fucking games. 11 straight.
Wow, that's long. That means I'm betting him next game.
Especially if you're supposed to be a fucking scorer.
Well, okay, so here's something else that we can bring up too. Where the fuck is Ryan Ellis, dude?
Dead.
Seriously, Where is he? Like, it's been a month. It's been a fucking month, man. The last update that I saw was on November 18th when they were like, yeah, he's gonna go. He's gonna be out 4 to 6. So with a lower body injury, like if he broke his foot, he should be back soon. Like, so where the fuck is this guy?
He doesn't need surgery.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. So this report came out on November 18th.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
So we're about 4 weeks, right?
Yeah, just about. We're just under 4 weeks, I guess.
No, you're over 4 weeks, about to hit 5 on Thursday. So he should be back soon. I don't fucking know, man. Like, what's he? I mean, listen, I think he's good.
Well, where's Hayes at?
He's back.
That's right.
He's just, it's just going to take a little time for those scores. I mean, he came back and he scored on Saturday. So, I mean,
Well, I don't mean like no, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean like is he on the ice? I meant like producing. That's what I meant.
It takes these guys time, man. Oh man,
You lose 10 games in a row.
I'm
You ain't
gonna
got
say this season's dog shit. I know, and I feel stupid as shit because like for weeks, that
It's too early, man. Are we really calling a code on the fucking Flyers in December?
Fire it up, baby.
No. What are we going to talk about in February?
How bad they are? I don't know. Maybe the Sixers figure it out. Maybe they trade fucking Ben Simmons.
I guess we have to add Villanova to the pod.
I'm all right. But you have Mike Yeo filling in. They didn't fill anyone in for the power play guy. You got Rick Tokic eating cheesesteaks down at Geno's. You got, if they listen, Comcast, who owns the Flyers. See, now you got me fucked up. Comcast it cares more about fucking Gritty than they care about the fucking players they're putting down and doing the right thing.
Hey, they're still trying to sell Santa sacks.
Santa sack my fucking balls, bro. Seriously, just send my balls to every
Santa
fucking
sack
fan.
my sack.
Yeah, it's just, dude, that fucking Santa. And then Gritty, get a Gritty puck. Yeah. And I love Gritty, but fucking A, man. Stop shoving that shit down my fucking throat. They're like, hey, we've lost 10 games in a row, but, like, take your dog to come see Gritty and get a photo with Santa Gritty. Like, no one fucking gives a shit. Give us a better product. And this is what's going to set it off for me. If they hire Tortorella, I'm done. Done. It's not the right pick.
They can't hire him.
You have to pick Tokic.
Tokic. Is this the Russian version?
Tokic.
Tacic.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like you can't like they got rid of Ave, whatever, the fucking martini boy. They can't bring in the same guy with the same philosophy with the same like excuse me. Oh, you missed the net, take a lap around the ice kind of mentality. That shit don't work anymore, man. It's dinosaur.
Well, and not to mention the history.
In protest, I'm not paying my goddamn Comcast bill until they figure it the fuck out.
And in protest of that, they will not give you cable. So Tortorella and Cam Atkinson have a fucking history, dude.
And they probably hate each other.
It's not good. It's not good history.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Speaking of Cam, he had a Hattie tonight, which is pretty cool.
Did he?
Yeah.
That first goal was sick.
Yeah, oh yeah, I saw it. But yeah, listen, the Flyers are on a 3-game winning streak. They got a little mojo. They need a coach. This guy's not the answer. I don't think. He looks like he just doesn't say any words behind the bench. But
as an old closet Wild fan I was for a couple years there, he's not the fucking answer.
Yeah, this guy's not the answer.
He's a fine bench coach.
Yeah. So we'll see what they do. Montreal is a must-win. If they lose that, it's going to take a lot of wind out of their sails. So they got to go to Montreal and they got to win that game.
You hear yourself?
What?
You literally were just like, well, we're not going to call code on the Flyers. We're going to call, and then you just said in the same breath, you're like, it's a must win. It can't be a fucking must win in December.
I didn't say must win. I said it's going to take the wind out of their sails if they lose.
Must win. Wait till you hear this fucking back. You're going to be like, I want a fucking 4-page apology, single spaced.
What the fuck? How is a must win the same thing as saying the season's over?
It can't be a must win in December. That's insane.
It's a moral must win. How can you argue that?
Oh my God.
They have 6 fucking wins. They are playing a team that is 6-21. You're saying that that's not a must win?
No.
Oh my god.
It can't be a must win in December. If you're must winning in December,
It's a must win to me.
no, fuck you. You're wrong.
It's a
If you're
must win.
must winning, see now you got me fucking fired up because that take is fucking trash. You can't have a motherfucking must win. Are you kidding me?
Dude, they just lost 10 games in a row. You're telling me it's not a must to try to put 4 together?
No, because the
Oh my
season
God.
is dead. Like I said, it was dead when I came into here, right? But you're like, no, we can't put the Flyers on code, but it's a must win. Oh boy. No, wrong. You can't have a must win and think the team has fucking hope in December.
Well, I figured out what we're going to talk about in February. We can talk about the Olympics.
Yeah, oh, great. I have a
I
fucking
love
have
the
an
Olympics.
epic story about the Olympics, and
I-
Jay and I
I-
were drinking at like 3 a.m.
I fucking love the Olympics. I went down to Delco to watch the fucking curling finals for the qualifier for who made the Team USA. Fucking Schuster. I got hammered in Delco and watched some fucking curling live. I fucking swear
Yeah.
to God.
You know what? That's not that sounds like fun though.
It
Like,
was
I'm not-
amazing.
I'm
It was
not mad at
amazing.
that. I'm not
It
mad
hooked
at
me.
that.
It hooked me on curling forever.
Yeah, curling's cool, but it's not like it's not something that like it can sustain, right?
I think it could if we if they actually had like a curling league and like we actually cared about the teams. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, it's the strategy and like everything is hype as shit.
Yeah,
And
I hear
you could tailgate it and everything. Fuck yeah. I mean, I'll be into it.
I mean, if you think about it, you can literally tailgate anything.
Wow. I know. I know.
Oh, move us on to the Union, please, so we can say for 3 seconds. I didn't even rehearse this, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, on to soccer.
So all you people, let's talk about the Union. All 3 people that listen to this fucking thing, they lost in typical Philadelphia fashion in the fucking Eastern Conference Championship.
Listen, man, it's not fair. They had COVID. Well, you got come on.
It's still a loss in the Eastern Conference Championship.
They did lose in the Eastern Conference
Par for
Championship.
the course, man.
I don't have any
miserable to be a Philadelphia sports fan.
draft picks too.
I wouldn't know because
Honestly.
I don't give it enough effort.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is for me. Like I actually like soccer. Like I like watching soccer. Like I watch the Premier League on Sunday mornings. Like I literally watch it. But I have a hard time getting into the MLS, and I think it's because I feel like it's not legit. And for some reason, I don't even know why. I really don't even know how to
Because they
explain it
put-
to you.
They rub 2 pennies together and they're like, "This is marketing." They don't market it.
Yeah, no, that's true. And I don't even have like the normal gripe. Like it's not like I'm not like oh, there's no scoring. It's 1-1. I don't fucking care about that. I watch hockey. I'm a big hockey fan. Hockey is low scoring too usually. So I don't give a fuck about goals. Like I don't need goals.
Yeah,
But-
but the thing with hockey is like it's just stressful, right? Because if they're in the offensive zone, you
Yeah,
want
but soccer's the same way though when you're a fan.
yeah, but
so
there's so much field to get to the
Yeah.
stress.
you're right.
You
It's
know?
not as fast paced for sure.
Exactly. It's slow, and then you got people fucking falling over like they've been shot with a shotgun shell right fucking point blank.
Fucking the yellow cards and red cards are fucking epic. I gotta be honest. So, dude, listen. Oh shit, the Union season starts on February 26th. Now I know exactly what we're gonna talk about in February.
Union podcast, move us to the Sixers.
Doop 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 doop. All right, so let's move on to the NBA.
The old
And-
hardwood.
The old get a hardwood, but. Dude, the Sixers are so fucking frustrating. I love the Sixers, and I've been trying to watch them. That last game was literally unwatchable.
What game was that?
The Memphis one?
Oh yeah, that's right. Roder, you got something to say, bud? Go ahead.
I didn't even.
Yes, that's a very good point. Tobias Harris is a fucking thief.
Oh, stone cold thief.
And listen, I don't really blame him in any way. Like, if someone was like, "Hey, we're gonna give you $120 million to stay at Anchor Fire for the rest of your fucking life," I would fucking guess what? I'm gonna be miserable, but I would be $120 million richer.
I was in the local spot today talking to the boys, John and Pat, and we were talking to little Sixers today. And shout out to John and Pat. But we were talking little Sixers today, and Pat was like, Toby just literally runs up and down the court. He doesn't even do like literally anything. He just runs to the court, runs to the offensive zone, runs to the defensive zone, and that's it. He doesn't do anything.
Has he ever taken over a game just where the Sixers need
could-
him
I
to
couldn't tell
take
you.
a fucking game over? He can't do it.
I couldn't. I'd have to like really dive into that, and I really don't want to.
The best version of Toby was Jimmy Butler Toby, right?
100%.
And the Sixers gambled and they said, "Oh, it's Brett Brown and Ben Simmons for the future," and they fucked it up because if they would have just kept Jimmy, let Ben go for fucking Jay Rich, and then we trade Jay Rich for fucking Seth Curry. Now our team's like fucking, you know what I mean? Fuck championship. You could write it. Cause and you know
Yeah.
what? JJ Redick probably stays. Probably stays.
Probably.
So
The other last night or the other game it wasn't last night, I guess. No, it was last night. They lost by 35. Pretty abysmal. They had what really pissed me off was the late scratches. They had the team lineup was in, and it was, Embiid was in and Seth was in. So, I placed a little wager, and then I find out like 5 minutes before game time, if not even that. Um, I think I actually found out because I was watching a game and it came on and I saw Drummond on the court. And I was like, the fuck is he doing on the court?
you were like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
Yeah, that's a fucking an instant L.
Did you hear about the women's basketball team?
Wait, are you trying to move on from the Sixers? Because I have to talk about something.
No. You just said like they lost by 35 to Memphis,
Oh,
right?
okay. No, I didn't hear about this.
Georgia Southern women's basketball team beat Carver College 133 to 15. That's a 118 point difference.
Wait, they had scored 133 points?
Yeah,
Is that a record?
look at that.
I see it. Is that a record? What was the line on it? Like 80?
My computer said GSU minus 115
I
loss.
was gonna say. It was 115 and a half. Somebody got fucked.
Oh man, it was.
No, that's
they
not the
made
right
one
math.
field. They made one free throw. They they had one person score 9 points off the bench.
Wow,
They're
that's
bad.
horrendous.
But I thought of that when you were like, oh, they lost 39 to Memphis. I'm like,
But no,
oh.
listen. Here's the thing. The Sixers. We never talked about this. Not in this way because I understand. This subject is not great, but the Sixers literally miss Ben. The team misses Ben.
100%.
Not the players, but the team. And it sucks because, I think that the reason why Ben's not playing is because the fans just went fucking hard. They went hard, man. They drove him out. And listen, he didn't own his shit. He fucked up and he looked like shit. He didn't own it. And that is what it is. But
I can't do that.
can't do what?
I can't sit back here and allow you to slander the fans.
I'm not slandering the fans.
You said, and I quote, they went hard on him, right?
They did. Did
And
they
they
not? Did they not
should.
go hard?
No, and they should. He's a fucking pussy.
Okay. I didn't say any of that was wrong. All I
Bro.
said was it happened.
Can you literally, like, seriously, can you fucking imagine just being like, nah, I
Oh,
don't like,
just being okay with it?
just like, what's he doing?
No, absolutely no. As a fan, no, never.
So I don't think they went hard enough. Fucking should spit in his face.
I don't know.
Throw batteries at him.
All I'm saying is that if Ben was for some reason still here, this team is completely different.
100%. But you know what the problem is? You get to the fucking playoffs and you play
I'm just
Atlanta,
living in the past.
and you're into game 7 or 6 or whatever the fuck it was, and you have a wide open dunk, and the fucking pussy doesn't fucking dunk it.
Yep.
So okay, great. So they're gonna have a great regular season with Ben Simmons in there. We're all still gonna be getting free frosties and shit all over the fucking place. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the regular season record is because it's gonna come down to can Ben Simmons do anything to win a game for you? He's like Toby in that sense, except for he wants the ball, he just can't finish it. Toby wants to just hang around.
Yeah, it's very obvious watching this team over the past couple weeks, especially when Embiid wasn't there, that they can't. I mean, this team. I was listening to some radio today, and some actually good conversation on the radio, and they're talking about like you can't even tear this team down and rebuild it if you wanted to because there's nothing to tear down. What do you have after Embiid?
Korkmaz.
Brutal, right?
The only other
And
piece is Curry.
Maxey's in development, so I
Yeah.
think he's a nice player. But he's not. What are you going to get back for him? Nothing. Curry is a piece that you probably could get something for, I guess. But is it going to really help you? So like they're
Thibault's
fucked.
another one.
They're
Thibault.
fucked.
Yeah. No. Man, imagine tanking for all these years and just not figuring it.
And that's the other thing too. Like the process was a disaster at the end
What
of
if
the
they
day.
kept Bridges?
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
They keep Bridges. They don't trade up for Fultz, so they still take Fultz, which I'm fine with. I'm not mad they took Fultz. Again, I don't give a shit.
It was
that
the
they
right
took it.
pick.
I'm
Yeah, I
fucking
mean
mad they moved up.
I guess you can't. I can't say it was the right pick, but it's not.
It was at 3.
It's a good pick. It's a fine pick.
Dave, the two teams in front of them, right? Boston, LA, Sixers, right?
Yep.
Boston only makes that trade if they go, hey, we'll trade you, but you can't take Jason Tatum, right?
Yeah.
The Lakers were never not taking Lonzo Ball.
100%.
So literally, like, who allowed that? Like when that trade, if I was the owner or the G, I don't know who proposed that trade, but if that came across my desk, I'd be like, "Are you fucking morons?" you can't like. And again, I said this I think last week. I said I expect them to miss on draft picks, and I'm not talking just Sixers. I'm talking Eagles, Sixers, Flyers. Even though hockey drafts are weird, Phillies, same thing. I expect misses. You just can't have this like trade all your draft stock away for the following year because you moved up 2 spots for a guy that was going to fall to you at 3. And then they were so worried when they drafted Embiid. They were like, "Oh my God, his foot. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to take Okafor."
Oh.
And I'm not sure what's after that, right? Like maybe you take what is it? Chris Snaps or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe, and he's not changing the league in any way. He's not a Luka, but
right.
what he is still playing in the NBA. you know?
Yeah, and when you look back at the draft class, I mean, there's really you can't really do anything else other than take Fultz. I mean,
no,
if the parameters were set like you said, there's really no your hands are tied really.
And again, everyone knew it was Fultz, but why trade up? There's no reason to trade up. And they gave away whatever they gave away for the next year and the year after that. It's just like, and like, they probably threw in a 2080 draft pick and it's going to be a first round pick. You know what I mean? Like, they just stunt the fucking growth, man. And, that actually, you just saying that actually hurts my soul because when you actually look at the Sixers team, you're like, who do they have?
I know, man. That's what we were talking about today. It's really fucking bleak. It's really
imagine
fucking
if like just Ben Simmons went in and he was like, hey, I want out. I don't want to be here anymore. And then like the Sixers were like, okay, just play hard for us. Come to practice. Do what you have to do. We'll get you out of here within 15 games. I promise you. Because I think if Ben Simmons is playing this whole time, there's no drama around Ben Simmons. You traded him already for something of value, right?
Right.
So this whole like miscommunication with a snotty fucking Australian piece of shit is an issue. And now I'm gonna be sad tonight. It's just a common theme, and I'm sick of talking about it. I'm just fucking tired of it.
I had to bring it up because
no, it's true though.
Yeah, it's awful. It fucking sucks, and like they can't rip it down. Like I said, like what are you gonna get for Korkmaz? You're gonna package like Korkmaz, Curry, and fucking Thibault and try to get something back. Like
send fucking Franklin the dog too. Fucking Christ.
So it's pretty bleak right now. They really need to try to find a value trade for Simmons. I really think they could have moved him before the season started. I really think they could have, but Now they waited, and here we are, and we don't know. We don't know what the
And
fuck's going on.
and you know what's funny is like we're over here shitting on Tobias Harris, and he's averaging 18-6, and he's averaging almost 8 rebounds. He's
I don't.
having a
I
decent
don't even
season.
know. I don't even know how that's true.
But can he take over a game,
It just
please?
doesn't. It doesn't feel like that literally at all. I
Just
would have
take
never been able to guess that.
take over a game, please.
And I've been watching. I've been watching the games. Like I never would have been able to guess that. That's fucking blowing my mind right now. What he's averaging 18.
Yeah, he's actually averaging.
Oh my god.
He's actually averaging 19 if you do laws of averages. You know what I mean? Round up.
So he's at 18-6.
And almost 8 rebounds. He's at 7.9. 3 assists. I mean, he's
Wow.
having a decent year, but it's just the problem is he never, excuse me, he never takes over a fucking game.
Those numbers are blowing my mind a little bit. It doesn't feel like that. It really
No.
doesn't. And I guess that's kind of the point.
I don't know, man. It's frustrating as shit. It
Danny
really
Green
is.
out there
And if you
averaging
look at all the
7.
players that were on the Sixers, like all those process.
Yeah. I think Kenny died. Let me shoot Kenny a text. This is hilarious. Kenny is still alive. His house did not explode. Everything's good. I think Kenny's computer died because he probably didn't charge it, because that's a Kenny thing to do. So let's see if we can get Kenny back on this fucking podcast. Oh shit. That's funny. But yeah, Sixers are not a wagon. And I was actually really blown away by those Danny Green numbers, how bad they are. He's averaging 7 points a game. Ugh. 7. 7-2. Like, ugh. He's up there in age. He's 34. So, what are you gonna do?
I'm back.
Oh, hey Kenny.
Hi,
So are you phoning right now?
I am.
All right. What, did you not plug it in?
No, I don't know what the hell's going on. It fucking everything's loading and unloading. I don't know.
All right. Well, we can move on anyway from the Sixers. We're really just gonna beat that horse, to a bloody pulp. But the Sixers are very unknown right now. They rip off some wins, then they lose. They lose bad sometimes. So it's really hard to tell. They have the Heat coming up. They go to Brooklyn. They got New Orleans, and then they're at Boston. That's a tough stretch right there.
Brooklyn's in like is in like COVID protocol though. Like Durant's out, Harden's out.
They are. I know. What are they? I can't see what happened with them tonight. They won in overtime.
Of course they did.
That's incredible. Steph Curry broke the record tonight. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Sixers, they have a tough run coming up. They got the Heat, they got the Nets, they got New Orleans, and then they go to the Celtics on Monday. So that's all before the next pod. So 4 games before the next pod. We'll see how they do. I don't know. We'll see.
We're gonna find out.
So last thing to deal with is the picks.
Pick 'em, pick 'em, pick 'em.
So Kenny last week for the first time all season
What up?
went a stellar 3-0.
I'd like to thank Nova Basketball.
Nova on Tuesday night a win, and then he had literally during the podcast. He put the for the record, he did. He put the pick in before the podcast, so everybody calm the fuck down. It was legit. And he had Kansas City Chiefs -9.5, and he had the Chargers -10.5. I went 2-1 last week. I had the Niners at a pick 'em. I had the teaser with the Titans and the Chargers, which was the stone win, and the Browns -2.5, which I've already talked about, which is a fucking ridiculous bullshit loss, but it's a loss. And I went 2-1, so that puts me at 26-13 on the season. Kenny at 16-18 on the season, making a comeback, trying to get back to 50%. Can Kenny get back to even? We'll see before the end of the NFL season. So Kenny, this weekend.
Yes.
You told me that you like the Bengals.
Wow.
The Bengals are in Denver, I think, and they're getting 1.5. So Kenny taking the Bengals plus 1.5 on the road in Denver.
They gotta win, man. They want to win the division. They gotta start winning these fucking games, man.
Yeah, they're sitting at 7-6, so they definitely have to start winning if they're going to take that division. That's for sure.
Yep. And the division's up for grabs. I mean, no one's claiming that thing.
Oh my god! I thought the Browns. I thought the Browns would just sweep that division, but that's not happening. So it's right there for the taking. I mean, anybody could win it. Honestly, at this point, it's only a 2-game spread between all 4 teams, so it's tight there. So Bengals plus 1.5. He also likes the Titans. Titans -1.5. Again, another road team. -1.5 on the road in Pittsburgh.
Fuck the Steelers. They're done.
You think the Steelers are just done?
Well, I think if they got fucking Chase Claypool, who obviously doesn't know how to fucking act, which I texted my buddy in Pittsburgh, and I was like, I'm surprised like a dude from Notre Dame just doesn't get it. You know what I mean? Like they don't let anyone in there, which we talked about why Brian Kelly left. You know, You have to have some kind of smarts.
Yep.
He's a me guy.
Yep. So, those who don't know, Claypool was like doing a first down dance while like the time was like literally running out.
And then he said, well, it didn't cost us anything.
Yeah, I don't know how you can make that statement, to be honest.
Because he's not dumb, but he's a fucking moron.
Yeah, that was a moronic statement, that's for sure. And then Kenny's last pick is his cock lock of the weekend. Eagles at home against Washington football team -5.
They have to win. So if they don't win, then we can stop gambling them.
And you know what, Kenny? I'll tell you what, just for charity purposes, since we've started this podcast and since we have not technically ended the podcast yet, I'm going to update the line because it has moved down. There's been more bets coming in on Washington, and now the line is at Eagles -4.5.
I'll take it because the Eagles are winning outright.
So I hope they win outright. They're giving points, but it's -4.5.
Oh yeah, that was dumb, huh?
Eagles cock lock, according to Kenny. My picks for this weekend, I like Coastal Carolina in that shit bowl game on Friday at 6.
You're a fucking cunt. I'm saying you're a fucking cunt.
Coastal Carolina -10.5. They have a great defense, and I think that they will win that game by at least 2 touchdowns. So I'm taking Coastal Carolina on Friday -10.5. I am also playing the Birds this weekend -4.5. I will be in attendance with my boy Aaron. Shout out Aaron, thanks for the invite. And I will be there. And I told you I will promise not to call for Minshew. I promise. And I can't see it. What does this say? I see it now. Okay. Thanks, Kenny. Kenny's calling me names with the label machine. It's like fucking 8th grade math all over again.
Boobies.
And I'm also playing my third pick for the weekend is an NFL teaser. I'm going back to the teaser well again. I'll take the Chargers plus 10 on Thursday Night Football against the Chiefs. I actually think the Chargers can win outright in that game. So I'll take the Chargers plus 10 and the Packers plus 2.5. Chargers plus 10, Packers plus 2.5 on a teaser, 7-point teaser. I think that's a nice bet. The Packers have covered the point spread. I think it's like eight in a row or something now, or they've lost like 2 games or something against the spread.
You know who isn't covering the spread is Tampa Bay ever.
That's because they're the most public team.
Yeah, fair. Good point.
You know, that's the way it goes. Fade the public. It's literally the name of our favorite chat. So, Kenny is showing me Rado. Rado is done for the night.
Yeah, you see him bashing his nose against the door, like, let me out.
He's like, let me out of here. Yeah.
that's
So,
enough.
hey, good pod. We got a Birds game this weekend. We'll have a special guest, Joe McCann. So, as long as everything goes as planned, will be joining us next weekend, or next week, whatever. On the late Wednesday broadcast. And
You know, Jay floated a ticket out to me, so I'm like a little torn because I kind of want to go, but I also have like siblings Christmas, so like it kind of be fucked up if I didn't go to siblings Christmas. You know, so I don't know. I might be there, I might not be. I don't
you
know.
have some decisions to make.
Yeah.
Well-
Family first, man. Vin Diesel said it best.
Oh my God. Well, hey guys, thanks for listening to the podcast. If you checked it out on the live stream, awesome. We're gonna be streaming this live every week just because why not? We're gonna do it on YouTube. I'll usually share the link on like my Facebook and the page Twitter and everything like that. So if you guys want to watch it live and fuck with us or comment on YouTube, we can interact with your comments there. Our Twitter is at PHL Sports Pain. I'm at Dave Fryo 4. Kenny is SkyChano 127. And we appreciate the love, man. We everybody's sticking with us, so we have a pretty solid group of people, core of people that listen. Whether or not you like it, that's a different story. But
Yeah, for a bunch of grown men that cry about us recording on Tuesday and releasing on Wednesday, they still listen every week. So you fucking putzes.
So thanks for the love, guys. We appreciate it. We'll hit you up next week.
Yeah, it's we gotta win, man. They gotta win. They gotta win.
Go Birds!
Go Birds.
Let's go.
Fucking Birds. Let's get the win.
All right, peace out, guys. Later.
Peace.